Hello everyone, I'm Kathy Lewis of the PHCC National Auxiliary. I'm proud to represent an auxiliary that is very committed to helping the PHCC recruit and retain qualified workers to this great industry that we all love. In this special spotlight on workforce development, I am pleased to introduce 4 special videos the auxiliary produced to raise awareness about plumbing, heating, cooling career opportunities for women, and there are many. Watch these real-life stories that illustrate why successful women in our industry chose their careers and why they are happy they did so. You can choose your own path, says one. You are free to define who you are, says another. Many of us can relate to all of the good things these dedicated women say. We all have our paths which led us to be right where we are right now. In this strong and proud PHC industry, we are honored to play our part in protecting our community's health, safety, and the environment. The auxiliary's goal is to tell these positive stories to as many people as possible to help overcome the industry's critical shortage of professional trade workers. You can do your part by spreading the word about your own rewarding career experiences in this industry. And please share these videos with school, career, and technology departments, at career fairs, with potential recruits for your company, and make it available on your own company website. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoy these videos featuring special women in our extraordinary industry.
You can still raise a family and do this job. I do it by myself. My name is Mandy Bowers. I work for GSM Services in Gastonia, North Carolina, and I'm a HVAC residential service technician. I was miserable and going through the motions, working in an office environment at my last job, and I decided I needed a change. But a career, something that I knew I would be able to provide for myself. I'm a single mom and I have a son, so I had to think about what's going to provide for him as well. So I met with the small business director for Gaston Community College and just kind of shot some ideas off with him. And he had asked me last March if I'd ever thought of a trade, and I said, "What's that?" I am the only girl here I think there's about 17 technicians altogether. They've given me a nickname. It's Randy. When you bring in a female into a male dynamic, you know, the guys didn't really know how to handle me initially. Maybe the older guys who had been doing this for 20 plus years, I don't think they thought that a girl really could handle it, and maybe some of them still do. When I call to let them know I'm on my way, for example, they're like, "Oh, so the guy's coming." I'm like, "Well, actually it's me and I'll be there in about 15, 20 minutes. "Oh, okay." And you can hear the double take over the phone. Some love it, some feel that, you know, it's about time women are in the industry. Some are not quite sure what to think. You know, I put a lot of pressure on myself. I put more pressure on myself than anybody. Because I feel like sometimes I have to prove myself to not only the group of guys I work with, I got to prove myself to management, to customers, and at the beginning and end of the day, to myself. Summers are hot, winters can be cold, the environment is not always fun, you don't look pretty, you get very dirty and sweaty, your uniform is this is a man's uniform. I am very much still a girly girl. I'm not I don't really do a whole lot of makeup and all that, but I definitely wear different clothing where I look like a girl when I'm not in my uniform. girls want to do outdoor gross work. It's just a job, you know. It doesn't define who you are. You define who you are. I think there's just, you know, people's fear with change. Nobody really likes change, and, you know, I'm one person who's trying to make a change. This is a career for me.
There's always a way. There's literally so many things you can figure out how to get it done. My name is Whitney ALMERAZ. I work for Interstate Mechanical Contractors in Knoxville, Tennessee. When I got into high school, I decided I was done with school and I didn't want to go to college. My mom's a teacher, actually. She wasn't too psyched about not going to college. I talked to my dad a little bit about it, told him I didn't want to go to college, and he's like, well, you better figure out another plan. The Ride and Decide program, it's a program for high school kids. So one month you work with one company and the next month you work with another. And it's to get kids to see if this works for them or if college is a better route. Start taking trade classes in high school, and welding was just the one that I picked up the easiest. When I was in high school taking the trade classes, I was basically the only girl in every single one. On a daily basis, I'm the only girl who works in the shop and I work with 3 other guys. In the shop, we bounce around so much. Like this week I was doing screw pipe, next week I could be welding, one day I'm pipe fitting. I'm all over the place. At first it was hard because I'm, first off, simply just not as strong. Didn't know as much just starting out, so not knowing how everything works and all that. But these guys here, anytime I need help, pulling something around or I don't understand how something works, they all work with me. It's great. They treat me just like they treat anybody else. Not everybody's good at it. Not everybody can do it. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of hours. You can't just pick it up and do it. You got to really put the time and the effort. And everybody I meet teaches me something different, a new trick, a new way to do this and that. And I like that. But there's not one way to do it. I think there'll be more women in it down the line. I think people are starting to realize that it's okay for a girl to work in a construction industry. College isn't the only option. You don't have to do just because somebody tells you this is what you're supposed to do. You can go and work and be a welder or a plumber, construction worker, whatever you want. You don't have to do what everybody's telling you.
I have a hero complex. We all want to be somebody's hero. No, we want to do the best we absolutely can do for them.
I'm Melissa Carey. I work at CARY & Daughters in Decatur, Georgia. My official title is Hand of the King. My dad, Mitchell, started this business in 1978.
He's the only person I ever had to impress. I'm his mini-me. Okay, I am my father. This goes back to my BFF. I went to visit her when I was 15 and happened to talk to her mom. And her mom said, oh my God, you know, your dad's greatest dream was for you and your sister to go into business with him. Okay, I was 15. It's like, oh, great, Aunt Joe, no problem. That got filed away. But it festered. Wherever I need to be is where I am. I need to be over here, I'm there. I need to run out for this, I do. I need to take this phone call, I need to, whatever it is. It's what people want, it's what they expect. I have no problem giving it to them.
Being a female plumber has not always been easy.
I used to come home in tears. I had people that would make me cry. Why do you think you could ever do this? You're a girl, you're, 5 foot nothing. I had a guy follow me around the supply house one day. I won't believe you're a plumber unless you show me your license. I said, dude, get out of my face. I don't have to prove anything to you. Go away. Female plumbers are like 1% of all the licensed plumbers in the country. That rounded out to be about 1,000. Whether you can caulk a joint doesn't make you a plumber. Knowing your craft, knowing your systems, that's what makes you a plumber. The work is the same. Whether you have boobs has nothing to do with your paycheck. People call us because we're girls. We need a female because it's the women's locker room. We need a female because it's the battered women's shelter. I don't think anybody's shocked anymore, and I think they're grateful because women being more detail-oriented, they pay attention, women listen, we communicate better. Truth is, I think we're absolutely more readily accepted. I think a lot of what holds people back now is not even knowing it's an option. Girls, it all comes out in the shower. It really does. Nothing will hold you back. I'm 5 foot tall. And on a good day, I'm 115 pounds. And I've never come up against anything I couldn't do. Don't let anything stop you, anybody talk you out of it, tell you it's not for you. Plumbing is it. We are a different breed, and I wouldn't trade that for anything.
I really do think that we could do anything that they can do. My name is KEEFE. I am the owner of KEEFE Plumbing Company in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I'm Chattanooga's first female master plumber. My grandfather started KEEFE Plumbing in 1950, and this was back when a lot of Chattanooga area didn't have indoor plumbing, and he did it at night. During the day, he sold plumbing fixtures, and at night, he would take the family car. He didn't have money for a truck. He took the back seat out of the car, and he would put coffee cans in the back, where the back seat would be, with his fittings in them, and then he would strap the pipe to the undercarriage. And my dad was a little young boy accompanying his father out putting this plumbing in. My dad worked with his father, and then in 1975, he bought my grandfather out. I asked my dad for money for a prom dress when I was 15, and he said, I'm not going to give it to you, but I'm going to let you earn it. And he hired me to work on our parts counter. We used to sell plumbing supplies to the public, so I learned how to take apart and put together faucets and fix them, and what all the little parts were called, and learned how to cut and thread pipe and how to solder and do all that. I did it after school on Saturdays and during the summer. At the end of my freshman year of college, I came full-time, and my dad put me on the truck as a plumber's helper, and I just worked my way up. And I bought my father out in 2013. When we would talk about it, he would say, I just don't know if these men are going to work for a woman, or they're going to respect her, and I don't know that you're going to get them to be productive for you, or do, our industry has not seen this before. I had to prove myself to my dad. He didn't just hand me anything. So in the beginning, I was paid just like any other helper. I didn't get any special treatment because I was his daughter. I've never had a female walk in my door and apply or call and ask, are you hiring? From a young age, I think that we're steered more towards school teacher, nursing, housewife, we're steered more towards what they would consider like a stereotypical female career. I mean, how many people look at that little baby all wrapped in pink and say, oh, someday she's going to be a plumber. love to see more women in our industry. There was only one other female in Chattanooga that I know of, you know, but I would love for my trucks to be all females and males. I'm in this industry and there's possibility here and there's good paying jobs and you won't ever go hungry. I mean, everyone needs plumbing. With the new technology that's come in with the PEX guns and the ProPress machines and the lighter drain machines, it means you don't have to be like a 250, 300 pound burly man. It's still a dirty job, but it's not what people think.